Welcome, Polygamy HQ. It's really late. It's like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Bags under the eyes. Anyway, I just wanted to ask you guys a question. I know that a lot of you deal with problems within churches. Some of it may be in synagogues, some of in mosques and stuff like that, especially here in the United States. And I had a question for everyone out there. We've been attending a church for about 1.5 years now. We've been kicked out of 9 churches prior to that. One of the things that is interesting is that this last year has been kind of bittersweet. Even though we've been welcoming the church, and not everybody's been welcoming, but been welcoming the church for the most part. The leadership knows about us, not all of them probably appreciate us. But they do know about us. They allow us to, they don't make too many waves. So one of the things we do is we sit in the back of the church on Sunday, because I like to, put my arms around my wives and stuff like that. And invariably I'll have 2 of my wives sit on either side of me. And so instead of people, looking and focusing on us instead of the message that is being presented, we sit in back. This is a courtesy to everybody. Because unfortunately, we draw attention anyway, so. But, one of the things that I asked previous was, hey, I'd like to teach the youth on evolution and creation. I'm fairly well versed in it, but studied for 3 years. I've taught in other churches before I became polygamist, and wasn't really sure how they'd respond. They did respond with, they were worried how some of the kids and maybe some of the parents would react if the question of my marriage would come up in the classroom. So they thought it might be prudent to basically not have me teach. So some other events came up, and I asked about doing some other things, and they had said no. And that might have just been a misunderstanding on their part. And so we still haven't resolved that, and it's not a really big deal, but I want to get some things resolved. But here's my question. If you're in a church and a polygamous family, how do people respond to you? Do they respond to you well? Do they prefer that you just keep your mouth shut? Do they want you to participate? What was the transition? How long did it happen? How long did it take? What have been some of the experiences that all of you had when it comes to being polygamist? And having to live that in front of people that may not be so accepting of that. That would be my first question. For those people who are not practicing yet but are looking to practice, have you had any kind of problems or issues, and how did you resolve those issues? How long did it take, that kind of thing? So please leave your comments below. And we are still working on videos. I know Miguel and I are working on a few other projects as we go through this last part of the year, but we are definitely still working on projects. We wanted to touch base with you today. We want to thank you for all your support, and we're, again, the newest members are coming in from the Afrocentric 2.0 group. We thank you for coming on board. We hope that you find a home here at the HQ, and we're looking forward to all that you have to offer. So thanks, everyone, for being patient with us. We're desperately trying to get everything caught up for the end of the year. But again, leave your comments below. How have some of the things that you've dealt with affected you, your family? How have you dealt with them? How long did it take? And that kind of thing. So thanks so very much. From Polygamy HQ, this is Gene KF.